Hi, it's Susanna from Her Money, Her Purpose. And today I wanted to do something a little bit different. I wanted to make a video to share with you a practice that is more important than tracking your money. Yes, you heard it right. Susanna from Her Money, Her Purpose is telling you that there's something far more important than tracking your money. And what could that possibly be? Like, if you want more money, you want to use your money well, you want to be making changes in how you earn your money, all of these things, you know what's going to support that? It's not tracking your money in the first instance. Yes, I'm a little controversial when I say this. It's actually time. It's actually about how you're planning your time, using your time, tracking your time, becoming aware of what your time, how you're prioritizing and what you're actually doing with your time, because your time is your most valuable non-renewable resource. So I had this idea, I had this inspiration yesterday while I was actually listening to a professional speaker walk us through a workshop around time and priorities. And I thought to myself, Susanna, why don't you share how you're doing it? Because you're actually getting a lot of value from how you've been doing it. You can get better and you can build in accountability. So the idea is that this may be a video series where I'm sharing with you how I'm doing it for the week and then coming back the next week and saying this is what I've learned as it continues to evolve. Does that sound like it's interesting to you? I would love to know. Or do you think that's hell boring? Susanna, no one wants to know what you're up to. Let me know in the comments. So the first thing I wanted to say is that we may have more money than others or less money than others, but we all have the same amount of time. I've made notes because I want to serve you as much as I can in this video. So if you see me looking down, I'm looking at my notes. It's a combination. So my approach is a combination of a to-do list and a time planner. So I'm looking at the tasks and the things I want to accomplish in the week. I'm giving myself an estimate or an amount of time that I want to invest in those tasks. And then I'm tracking, and some of the tasks, it's like, let's see if I can get this done in an hour. And some of the tasks, like my paid work, for example, is I'm putting in the hour. I'm always looking to get as efficient as possible within my paid work, but balancing that with quality. So how I do it is I don't look at every single hour of every single day and plan exactly what I'm going to be doing, because if I was to do that, I would have a total feeling of constriction, restriction. I would be a robot in my life, and I don't want to be a robot in my life. I would have no room for flow. I would have no room for, going with the joy in the moment. So, but then I also have priorities. So there are things that I have to turn up to whether I want to or not. And there are things that I just have to do. I have to do them. And I may have some flexibility or a lot of flexibility over when they get done, but they must be done in the day or they must be done in the week. So working with all of that, I don't exactly track exactly when I'm going to go to sleep or exactly when I'm going to wake up or exactly when I'm going to eat or exactly when I'm going to shower. Those are things that need to get done. I do schedule in a walk every day. It's a date. I do it with my partner, so we pretty much go at the same time after work every day. And yeah, I think I've explained it really well. So I wanted to show you a piece of paper that I use. It's a simple piece of blank paper. It's from can you see that? It's from it's actually from a hotel piece of notebook. Okay, so what I do is I split it into 8 sections. So I have one section that lists, I have a paid job that I do 22 and a half hours a week. So I have one section that lists what are the tasks within that job in the order of priority. Basically, I work on a project, takes me somewhere between 4 and 11 hours, and then I work on the next project. So it's very simple. I just list them in order of priority. And then I have one section for each day of the week where I list how many hours I want to get done of my paid work, hours that I want to prioritize and invest in other tasks, what those tasks are, appointments that I must keep to on those days. And yeah, things that I've scheduled in, and including 60 minutes in the morning of creative time and that 1 hour or so that it takes to get ready for and go for a walk every evening. So down the bottom, I have 2 more boxes, which lists my weekly focus, the things that I'm really are my priorities for the week. So this week, my priority is I must get my GST/PAYG return in. It's the 28th of October. That's when it's due. Yes, I waited until the last minute, but I'm going to put it in today. I have a mastermind that I'm running called Her 2020 Vision. So I need about 5 hours to prep for, deliver, and do the follow-up for that. I have allocated time towards promotion and connection in my business. Mainly I do that on Facebook, but it's about 5 hours of posting, commenting, creating content, that kind of thing in my business. I have allocated 22 and a half hours to work. I have allocated about 6 hours to creativity. The way I'm working at the moment is I am working on a book, and I'm not very good at sitting down and typing it. So my process at the moment is to record the ideas that are coming through. And sometimes those ideas don't relate directly to my book. It might relate to content that I'm creating or something from my mastermind, but it's spending time in the morning recording ideas, making notes, starting to get more and more organized around my creative process, because where in the past I haven't been very organized, I would like to become more organized. I also have client meetings each week, and this weekend, I've written it down as weekend because I have a really full week. I do not think I'm going to have time for it this week, but I actually went to a training on the weekend where I got a ton of ideas and a ton of inspiration, and I want to be able to, and I intend, see, want versus intend, I intend to create the space. I have a very open weekend, so I will have space this weekend to sit down and go through those ideas and those notes and kind of prioritize them, because I'm getting super clear when I'm looking at what to put in my week. If that thing does not support my immediate goal, and I'm also working with the idea of having like one business goal at a time in terms of expansion. Like I have the things that I'm doing in my business that are already in place and I'm already committed to, but in terms of expansion, one goal at a time. And so everything that I'm doing, if that doesn't support that goal, then it needs to come off. It's not a priority. And then I have my other focus, which is more of a Susanna-centered focus, because we cannot create a lot of output and be available in our business if we're not, and in our lives, in our careers, if we're not giving time to ourselves. And I have a full week, so I need time for me this week. And part of that is I'm having lunch. It's kind of a networking lunch. It's a new friend, a new contact, but we're going to have a beautiful lunch, this beautiful healthy cafe. And I'm going to have dinner with a friend this week as well. She'll come with us on our walk, and then we'll have dinner. And I'm also doing a training, which is for me. It supports my business because it supports me, but it's more about me. That's why I'm doing it. And so I will spend time on that this week. I have a Q&A that's about an hour. I have a 2-hour training, and then there's homework that I need to do. And I'm feeling a little behind because I just spent 3 full days at training over the weekend, Friday, Saturday, Sunday. So it's a priority to me to make space, but I'm also not putting pressure on myself to catch up with that, because I'm dedicating 3 hours a week, and she's given us a whole bunch of extra stuff, extra goodies that we can use to learn about ourselves, and I just might not have time to look at that this week. So I'll see how I go. And last but not least, I have my spiritual circle. It's a monthly circle, and that is this week as well. So that's time for me. My challenge is also to make time alone in all of this and make sure I'm doing things that nourish me physically, eating good food, getting good night's sleep, and having alone time so that I can gather my thoughts, and pull back energetically from all that out there stuff. And it's so funny because just as I said that, my computer went, started to go to, closed its light, and it's like, yes, thank you. Perfect timing. So that's my plan for this week. What's your plan for this week? What are your priorities? How do you do your time tracking? Because, and how, like, did anything you watch, did anything you hear in this video make you think of like even one little thing you can tweak of how you're planning your week so that it works for you? Because if we're not planning, if we're not scheduling, if we're not being clear on our intention, if we're not prioritizing, we're not going to get where we want to go. We can't just say, universe, show me the way, use me. We need to come to a place where we're balancing our guidance and how the universe wants to use us with planning and scheduling. Because if you want to create success in anything, you need a vision, you need a plan, and you need action. And so, what do you think about that? I'd love to hear your thoughts. And with the littlest bit of encouragement, I will come back, and even possibly without encouragement, I will come back and make more of these videos and share with you how my week went. Did I accomplish all that? What did I learn? And what's up for me next week? So, hope you have a great week. It's also a new moon, so it's a perfect time to be thinking about this sort of stuff, Excuse me. I wish you all the best with that, and I will see you soon. Until next time, Susanna from Her Money, Her Purpose. Mwah.